That idea stemmed from is a couple different places. One is here in the city, if we're going to continue to have the shedding of Fortune 500 companies, big companies here that really, drive the economy, right? When you have a Fortune 500 company leaves, it leaves a big dent and leaves a big hole in our city, right? And so it affects small businesses that service that Fortune 500 company. And then if you look at the wages that are lost of not being taxed here in the city, it affects everyone, right? And so we need to find a way that we can drive community activity. And so I looked at the demographics of Omaha, and we already send thousands of people to Lincoln every single Saturday in the fall, where people fill up the restaurants, the shops, the hotels, spend their dollars there, right? And so the University of Nebraska-Lincoln just came out with a study and said that because of the Cornhuskers, that the economic benefit to Lincoln is over $250 million. It created 2,400 jobs and also brought in $87 million in revenues, right? So why not have that same economic benefit that goes to Lincoln on the Saturdays come right down to our riverfront? It also helps out with recruiting talent right here to our city. And so Fortune 500 companies, big companies that are chasing after top talent, right? Not only do they have to pitch their company as the best place to come in and work, but they have to pitch their city too. And so it helps when these executives, these top talent are used to professional sports, professional entertainment, professional, actors, actresses, waiters and waitresses, that helps us out from the city. When any other time would we have, a Jerry Jones or a Bob Kraft from the New England Patriots ever come to Omaha? It'd be an incredible way for us to show off our city, I believe. Mm-hmm. Yep, so it would obviously come with some investment, and so the Oakland Raiders just are moving to Los Angeles or Las Vegas, I believe, mm-hmm. And if you look at what they did, a lot of that came from private dollars, and so they could make that work, and I think that's absolutely something that we should push forward. It's going to take the whole community to really rally around it. I know there's a lot of other big pressing issues right here in this community that we need to face first. Mm-hmm. We're never going to get big businesses, I believe, to move here unless we begin to maintain our streets better, reduce our tax burden, and even begin to strengthen and revitalize North Omaha. Those are the more pressing issues, but this is something we should absolutely chase and mm-hmm. look towards. There's a lot of big dollars, big numbers in regards to some of these stadiums. What I was looking towards to build on our riverfront. I think what would more fit our city well is like the Pittsburgh Steelers Stadium, and so Heinz Field there, that thing cost around $350 million when they built that in the early 2000s, and so giving the billion or $2 billion range, I think is large, and it's one of those massive stadiums. I don't think that's something that we need here in this city, mm-hmm. but in regards to a multi-purpose, multi-use stadium, we don't need another stadium that sits idle for 50 weeks out of the year like the TD Ameritrade Center, right? TD Ameritrade Ballpark. But here in Omaha, we used to have the Exarban Racetrack and Coliseum, multi-use, multi-purpose, bring in thousands of people from all over the place. Why not have concerts, festivals, in this stadium? Why not have big community events? Bring in soccer teams, USA soccer team, European soccer teams. Have this stadium that is filled for 20 plus weeks out of the year with regular season, preseason, training camp, those sorts of things. Mm-hmm. So I think what we need to do is we need to submit a proposal to the NFL that just highlights Omaha's readiness in our incredible football tradition, right? We send thousands of people to Lincoln every single Saturday in the fall. We love, football here in the city. And you see people on Sundays, walking around with their favorite team, their jersey, their hat, all that sort of deal. People on Sundays are watching these games. And I think that's important. I think it's something we should work to and towards, as far as saying that we want to be at the top of the list in regards to expansion team, or go out and talk to owners or GMs and say that Omaha is a great place to be. We're an up-and-coming city. You're going to want to come in and be in our city. I think that would be vitally important.